Hey y'all, so today we're going to be talking with Splunk and reports. Reports are incredible and able to run on an interval and able to look through all of your logs instead of you looking through it. You can do this on a 24-hour cycle, you can do this every 6 hours, every 4 hours, every hour, every 15 minutes. If you even wanted, you could get as crazy as doing it every minute. I don't see a point of it, but there's different ways and different reasons why you'd run logs for each interval. So really good thing that you could get in the motion of is creating like the alerting that you want to look after. So using Lobos, using MITRE, using security essentials inside of Splunk, using a bunch of different alerting softwares and how to write up these queries. And then you inject them into Splunk and you write these queries. And then you could have them on a 24-hour basis and you have them run in the middle of the night when your systems are not being used, because obviously you're using them from your daily time, which whether that's 8 to 4 or if that's going from 9 to 5, whatever that schedule is, maybe your 24-hour SOC, but I would definitely go whenever there's a lot of hands off the keyboard, because then you can have Splunk generate these reports and able to work on everything and then get it presented for you. So when you get back to your dashboard, it's already ready. It's an awesome ability that you can use and able to like go and already have that data on your dashboards, on anything that you want to look at, and it's already present in there and it just feeds right into visualizations. It's incredible. So we'll start off we'll go over to Lobos. So inside of Lobos, we can just go to Disk Shadow. I already have this already like set up and everything. So these are the two ways of how Disk Shadow can be used improperly. So Disk Shadow is just a normal Windows program it runs inside of C Windows System 32 diskshadow.exe. So what this is they can dump and execute this and able to use it improperly and able to exploit this ability and able to use it against you. So what they can use is Disk Shadow to exfiltrate data from VSS such as ntds.dit, and they can also use a Disk Shadow to bypass defensive countermeasures. Both of these are really bad, so what you want to do is you want to create a alert or report and able to look at this information. So we can go right here, and it's process creation, win, low bin, Disk Shadow. So that's actually right here. So inside of here, we'll see that it has high level. So with that means that it's one of the better alerts and reports, and it's going to be actually a lot better and able to actually look off of. So if you want, you can always come to these resources and those references and able to look more into the information. But copying this, going over to Uncoder, I've already done this for you, and you can copy it here, and you can copy all of this. Copy this, go over here. So one thing when I'm plugging in these reports, always verify that they work before you check anything else off, because you want to make sure that sometimes that when you generate your information, you might go in your inputs.conf inside of Splunk and you might change this to XML win event log security, or you might have changed it to a different index, or you might have changed it into something else. So make sure you always verify. So you want to verify just the source, and then boom, all right, so we know it works. So then the other thing would be then going into here and then image Disk Shadow. You're not going to be able to verify this, because unless you're going to have a red team guy on your side looking for creating these commands and running against your system, you're not going to have that ability. So there's things out there such as Test My Nids and other software that you'd be able to, but you need an actual a friendly attacker and able to actually exploit these. But we can see right here that within the last 24, I have 0. So really good example of how to put this information in. So here's the first steps. This is the first steps and able just to get a report for what you're looking for. So go up here. Inside of settings, you're going to go to the knowledge. Inside of knowledge, you can go search reports and alerts. Inside here, this is where you can create your report. So I have a few that I've generated. The only one that I see that queried on was alerts. I need to refine this a little bit more, the brute force attempt. It queried on myself and the local service. because they run against themselves quite a bit. So, but all of these just constantly building up in my environment, like I said, with LowBoss, Security Essentials, MITRE ATT&CK, all great platforms and able to build that. So, like top right corner, you'll click New Report. Inside of New Report, really good idea is to label it with the T code. So as you see here, T1218, boom, and you can label it what it is. So inside of here, it's that. So execution via disk shuttle. And then if you want, give it a description, which I like just copying because it just makes sense to bring the actual data that you already have over. So don't forget to include whatever index you have it in. I just had it overall in general for my security. And then that's everything that you really need. So with this, you can pick a time range picker, put that as yes, and then the app. If you have your own created application, make sure you put it in there. So if there's a specific one that you wanted to go in, make sure you click that. And that is everything. So that is the bulk of what you'd be doing and able to create a report. So that is the creation of that report. Now we'll go to the point that you'll go in here, edit permissions. So you want to enable it for all apps. Boom, read everyone, write for admin. The importance of that is you want your admins to be able to write, but you don't want everyone to be able to write. Just everyone needs to be able to read. So now that's available on all apps. And then the following step should boom. And then the only other thing, create this, make it run in the middle of the night. There you go. So now it's not going to be going during normal hours. The great thing about this, like you see a lot of these, I run it at 2 o'clock because obviously I'm not going to be on my machine the majority of the time at 2 o'clock. So it just makes sense. Boom. Cannot overwrite existing app object. I'll have to look more into this, but what you're looking for is run as owner, read, write, boom, execute. So I think if I were to go into some of these that I previously created, add permissions, oh, actually not. Oh, well, that one worked. That one worked no problem. So if you go into a lot of these, they should be, yep, read, write, just like that. So those are really the only things. Permissions, schedule. I need to look more into accelerations and able to understand a little bit better, but you can always clone them, move them, and delete them. And you can, if you have to come back here and edit it, you can always do that as well. But there's a lot more advanced stuff and able to add it to lookups and able to create it so it feeds into an index. There's a lot more that you can do and able to create a table out of it, feed it into an index, and then redigest that information. So the if these were included, these rules would be hit, and then you can alert yourself on these. So that'll be a further another video in the future, but as of right now, this was the basics of how to add reports. So hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe. Appreciate you for watching.